Clay-Chalkville. Welcome to the city of Alabama, Thompson High School Stadium, where the Thompson Warriors have invited the Cougars to Clay-Chalkville down the end, cruising 459 and down 65 to nationally ranked per Max Preps. Thompson High School is ranked number 30, Clay-Chalkville number 30. Thompson power 25. Clay-Chalkville is number 1 in 6A and is number 2.com power 25. Folks, this ought to be a Donnybrook. I am Freddie Flowers, the voice of the Cougars.
And I'm Patrick Smith.
And we want to welcome you here tonight for this all elites if there ever was. Clay-Chalkville is a known commodity. Thompson just came out of Mark Frank in 2015 take the Thompson job. And also has a little bit of history with Thompson. Defeated them not only in 1988 and 1999, spring games 2018 and 2019. But what I like to tell everybody is that there is some familiarity because Clay-Chalkville, when they lost to Spanish Fort in the national championship, kind of right, and Brian Denny. But when they lost the state title game, the coach of Spanish Fort, that really was Mark Frank's team. So we look at our now. What do you see?
Well, I say it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a battle. I do think it's going to come from both sides of the ball with the defense. The defensive line, both sides of the ball is very great. Also, it's going to come down to if they can the pass game going, I think they have a great one.
Well, about that, they got this sophomore back there named Anquan Fegans, and he's pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good. And they kind of have a three-headed monster at running back. You know, I pulled up some stats on them today, and they've got Green has rushed for, it has 63 carries for 370 yards. Dujon has 188 yards, and Sims has 131 yards. But, you know, I always say pump the brakes because we have a bit of a three-headed monster ourselves, led by Rodriguez Johnson.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Rodriguez, I talked to him yesterday at the middle school game. He told me he was ready. So we're going to see.
Well, I believe Mr. McCray and some of our other ones, that being Bravis Cave, as well as Alan Cotton. And, you know, they're going to have something to say about it. But how about that Cougar defense?
Oh, that Cougar defense is something to see. Led by the defensive end, Mr.
Devin Finley?
Yes, sir, Mr. Devin Finley.
Mr. Going.
Oh, it's going to be a great game, I can tell you that.
Well, I think Matt Fondo's going to have some action tonight. I think he's going to be busy as well. Randall Cole also can get after it.
Sir.
There's you know, this is one of those. It's 6-8. Really doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of.
Right. You're right.
And so I think that this one ought to be a Donnybrook, and you know, the players are lined up in the end zone. They're as far as keys to the game that I'm seeing offensively for Clay-Chalkville, Kabari McClellan has to settle down.
Yes.
He has to settle down in the pocket. He's got weapons all over the place. You've got Mario times two.
Yes,
One being Mario Bird and the other one being Mario Craver. Jay Buttle, affectionately known as Bach by his teammates. That is Jalen Mbakwe. So there's weapons there. And if the offensive line can give them that time, I think they're going to be A-okay.
Yes, sir.
And don't hold on to the ball too long. That's another one.
Exactly.
Get rid of it if you got to.
Exactly.
You do not want to hold on to it with this defense.
7A state champion Thompson Warriors.
Well, look, we got the captains coming out to the field.
Well, I know for the Cougars, we've got number 6 and number 4. And they're calling them out now. That's D'Angelo Barber and Mario Craven.
Number 3, Ryan Walker.
All right, and what we got for the Thompson, we have number 5, Mrs. Jake Ivy. Looks like that's number 3, Mr. Tony Mitchell. Number 18, we have Mr. Seth Hampton. And I can't make out that last person, and I do apologize.
Yeah, you know, these kids are bigger than we ever saw them.
Oh, tell me about
Just a couple of old guys looking at these kids nowadays. You know, we get lucky if we can see them when you don't want to fight them in the lunchroom. I can tell you that. I've seen them eat. You definitely want no part of that one. I can tell you that.
I still can't make out that Thompson number. Looks like that is number 6, and that's Mr. Caleb Bowler as the captain for the Thompson.
Now, something that it's kind of funny. This is homecoming,
Right.
and you don't typically schedule these kind of opponents for homecoming. What do you know, the Cougars, knowing that this is their homecoming, what do you think that their mindset might be with all that? Said, you know, wait a minute, it says, hey, this is homecoming. Where's their homecoming game?
Well, from the looks of it, and from what I'm hearing, I think the Cougars have came to kind of interrupt their homecoming.
Well, we're going to see how it goes. For Thompson, you know, they lost the first 2 games of the season. They went over to, I believe it was Beaufort, Georgia, and that was a tough loss. But of course, they just had a 48-3 win over Chelsea. So they're flying high. And here come the Cougars. And here come the Warriors. So folks, we're about to get this one underway. I know everybody's been amped all week for this. This one's actually got national attention, if you know what I mean. So a lot of talent over the field, a lot of next level talent all over the field.
Yes, sir.
And the Thompson band is still out there on the field. That's something I didn't expect. I'm sure the officials are over there wondering kind of when they're going to leave. But hey, this is home court and they're serving, so we'll see how all this is going to shake out.
It does look like Clay-Chalkville elected to kick the ball.
Yeah, number 6, DJ Barber, usually handles the kicking chores for Clay-Chalkville, and I see him there, so that is definitely a clue for sure. Negative. Clay is going to receive because that is Craver and Mbakwe back deep to receive. Picking it up about midway is Mario Bird along with number 18, Marlon Compton. So we're about to get underway here, and I would suspect there's going to be plenty of crowd noise before all is said and done.
Yes, it is. We have right now Mr. John McGuire for Thompson kicking off. This place is rocking already.
I'm not surprised. I mean, how can you not get amped up for a game like this? Now, we ought to keep in mind that the Warriors are surrendering 18.6 points per game. You know, Clay-Chalkville's defense has been snuffing everybody out, and I think the exception being center point, having scored the most points being 19, but you kind of have to look at things off balance sometimes when you look at where those points are scored. Pinson gave Clay-Chalkville the toughest contest of the season, not a surprise. We know who the Indians are. Outstanding team, well-coached team, and those kids know each other. So there was no surprise with that one. So this one's going to be interesting because now you have the first game for the Cougars out of region. They don't really know each other, kind of like Briarwood was. And here we go. Mbakwe's going to be on the return. He's going to take it to his right a little bit. He's got a shift, has a little bit of room, and he's going to be brought down around the 25-yard line.
That was a nice return by Mbakwe.
Number 6, I believe that was for Thompson, was the first one to get there and get that stop for the Warriors. Yeah, and that was probably Caleb Ballard. He is one of the linebackers for the Warriors. So the Cougar offense takes the field to start the contest. Ball just beyond the 25-yard line. Single man backfield, 2 receivers, 1 on each end. Quick release from McClellan. And that is pitched to Mbakwe and is complete. He's going to run out of bounds. Chasing him down was number 3.
That's Tony Mitchell.
That'll bring up second down. Short gain on the play of approximately 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Cougars. Ball at the 28. Four-man front for Thompson. And that one intended for number 13 of Clay-Chalkville, and that falls incomplete.
That was broken up by number 18, Mr. Seth Hampton again.
Rodriguez. Right, Rodriguez Johnson, the intended receiver on that one. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Cougars. Ball was thrown behind Johnson. And he had 2 defenders in the vicinity. So, Cougars getting set. Cougars with a trips to the right. Thompson defense making the adjustments. Now they fully understand the speed that the Cougars have, and the Cougars are taking flight. Here we go. And McClellan is going to be sacked. And the ball comes loose. Thompson has recovered. And that is number 11 for the Warriors.
Peter Woods with the recovery from Thompson.
So the Cougar defense will have to take the field after that turnover. Remember what we said, one of the keys to the game is to get rid of the ball quickly. The Thompson defense made the adjustments and now take possession of the ball at the 14-yard line. And that's something you don't want to do. You never want to give a short field to your opponent.
Exactly. It makes it hard for the defense, but we got to see what we got.
And also, this is where special teams comes into play. We all know that the Cougars have had a hard time with special teams this year as far as kicking goes, but Thompson doesn't have that issue. So if the Cougar defense can hold on this drive, Thompson's going to go for that throw.
That's number 1 straight up the middle, and that's Mr. A.J. Green.
They had a number of Cougar defenders around them, and Randall Cole brings them down. That'll bring on 2nd down for the Warriors. Gain of about 2 on that play.
We have Mr. Zach Sims back in shotgun.
Single receiver to the right, and they hand it off to number 1, and the Cougar defense answers quickly. A whole host of Cougars wrap them up. And that's Devin Finley that gets there first, number 97 for the Cougars. No gain on the play will bring up 3rd down. And the Cougar fans are starting to make a little bit of noise for their Cougar defense. This is going to be a huge stop for Clay-Chalkville. They have a flag on the field.
Looks like that's offside.
And I think you're correct on those initial indications of an offside. Now, officials are going to talk about it. I guess we'll have to see what's really going on, because maybe there's something that it went both ways. And the Cougars are clapping their hands, so that will be a false start against the Thompson Warriors. I'll tell you what, that's one of those kind of make your heart pump moments, because the last thing you want to do is give Thompson a free. Now with that penalty, it'll be 3rd and 12 for the Indians. This changes the dynamics. Thompson with 3 receivers, single back set. I would imagine that Thompson's probably going to toss this in the air. The Cougars have got to be disciplined on this play.
Got to get some pressure on that outside edge.
Here comes Finley. And they get it off, but the Cougars quickly. It's completed to number 1.
That's A.J. Green.
So that'll bring up 4th down.
Sims pass complete to Green.
And what did I tell you? They're going to go for that 3 unless they got a surprise.
4th down and 9.
This could be crucial for the Cougars.
Well, the Cougars, correct.
Remember, special teams has been an issue all season when it comes to kicking field goals for Clay-Chalkville. 3 points can be all the difference. Let's see what happens here.
Looks like
And that kick is no good. So the Cougar defense gets it done after a fumble. So,
from my view, I thought that was in there.
yeah, you know, that's something that's typically not missed by the Warriors. So Cougar defense gets it done and gives the offense another chance.
It looks like we'll take over at his own at the 20-yard line.
That's exactly right.
Hopefully, our front line, we go ahead and get the jitters out. I know the guys probably were nervous starting off, but hopefully they go ahead and get those out and get this ball moving.
And you know, in a game like this, I think jitters is fair. You know, the Cougars have been on the big stage before. You know, Clay-Chalkville's been on ESPN. They played Niceville, Florida over at Hoover. They played Tennessee. They played in the Cam Newton Classic. So they've been on the big stage before. But this is a whole new group of kids.
Yes, sir.
And they know what this game means.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, rankings go out the window for Thompson. They understand, hey fellas, let's settle down. A lot of football to play. Let's do what we're supposed to do and just go ahead and execute.
Yep.
And they'll be all right. Now on defense, you got Jake Ivey, Caleb Harris, Seth Hampton, and Kelby Taylor also for Thompson. So the Cougars are going to have their hands full. Another area I keep an eye on is the blind side, which A.J. Williams, number 65, has. Because remember, on that last sack, that's when McClellan was caught, was from his blind side.
Correct.
So we'll have to see how this works out here. Quick toss out there to Mario Brader.
And that's number 3, Mr. Tony Mitchell again, pushing him out.
And that's going to be a gain of 2 yards. It's going to be second and 8 for Clay-Chalkville. Ball will be at the 22-yard line. And we're about 9 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the first quarter. No score at this time. Cougars looking for a little bit of breathing room up the middle. Looks like they've got to the 26-yard line.
That was a host of Warriors on the chapter, but it looked like it was led by number 8, Mr. Caleb Harris.
Rodriguez Johnson was the ball carrier on that play. That'll bring up third down for the Cougars. And they're going to need about 4 yards for the first. McClellan looking for somebody downfield, and he's got it. Buckley, and it's in and out of his hands. Falls incomplete.
That was broken up by number 1, Mr. A.J. Green.
Yeah, now those are the kind of passes that you got to catch, and I promise you, Mbakwe knows that. He's going to be a little bit mad at himself, but he's not going to let that wear on him. And the Cougars are not going to punt. They're going to go for it. So, there it is. And that one's going to take a Clay-Chalkville bounce. And that one's going to be down right around the 33-yard line.
McClellan's punt is down to the 33, first and 10 Warriors.
Looks like we're going to have a great defense game so far coming out.
Well, if that's the case, then the Cougars have seen this before and should be good and ready for it.
I agree.
So I would hope, and we'll see what the Cougar defense does. Thompson with 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left. Number 6 goes into motion, and we have a flag on the field, and that is a false start on Thompson. So that'll cost him $5. And as a result of that play, it'll put the ball at the 28-yard line. And Thompson with 3 receivers to the left. And there's a short throw. Number 11 is going to run him out of bounds for the Cougars. And that is the Antoine Matthews.
On the reception of that was number 6. Looks like Caleb Dollar for Thompson.
Thompson with a gain of 7 on that play. It'll be second and 8 for the Warriors. Ball at the 35-yard line. You know, Honestly, and Devin Finley gets a push. And that pass is going to be complete to number 6. And Mbakwe with a solid tackle. But that one's going to go to the 39-yard line. So a gain of 4 on the play. And I believe that was number 6 for the Warriors that caught that, correct? So nice open field tackling by Mbakwe. Thompson with 3 receivers to their left. Single man in the backfield. Here come the Cougars, and they get rid of it quickly. And that was going to be complete to number 2. This was going to be close, folks.
Yeah, that is going to be close.
Nope, the officials say move the sticks. That's going to be a first down for the Warriors.
That was received by number 2, Mr. Deuce Oliver.
And I think that was Givondo that brought him down, number 7.
Paulo, what are you doing?
So Thompson getting just enough for a first down. Ball is spotted at the 44-yard line. Got a man in motion. And they make the handoff, and he finds room up the seam. And he's going to break the tackle. That's number 1 for the Warriors. And he is going to take it all the way.
Mr. A.J. Green again. Touchdown for the Warriors.
So the Warriors do get on the board first. In motion. Running right up the middle. They make the handoff, and he finds room up the seam. He's going to break the tackle. That's number 1 for the Warriors. And he is going to take it all the way.
Mr. A.J. Green again. Ready for the extra point is number 40, Mr. Hughes.
And they get that one. So Thompson will lead 7-0 with 7:05 remaining in the first quarter. Honestly, we knew that they had talent in the backfield, but I did not expect to see someone go literally up the gut on a Cougar.
Yeah.
Have not seen that all season.
Oh, yeah. I agree. Hopefully that the defensive line, can make the adjustment and, get back in there.
Long goes forward in Alabaster. Welcome, Warrior football.
Well, if someone were to ask the question, say, well, do you think Clay-Chalkville is going to panic because the Warriors are on the board? I'd say no, because, well, they've been behind a few times this year. Remember, Hueytown jumped on them first, and Centerpoint jumped on them first. So nobody wants to play from behind, but this is nothing that's going to cause the Cougars to panic.
Right.
I think they just need to settle down.
Settle down, exactly.
They know who they're playing.
Yeah, they knew from the start we were going to be in a dogfight, and it's definitely going to be one. But like I said, if everybody can just settle down and contain the outside, and like you said, that middle part was, I wasn't expecting that one myself.
You can live a pain-free life. At M3, we help you move well, live well, and do amazing things.
Number 37 is set for Thompson. That's Mr. John Allen McGuire.
And the usual suspects are back deep for the Cougars, that being Mbakwe and Craver. And it goes into the end zone, so it'll be down. And the Cougars will take over at the 20-yard line to start this next drive.
Hopefully our O-line, can contain those blockers and go ahead and get this ball going.
Well, I think that's the key to the Cougars' offense is once they get in a rhythm and they kind of get going. One of the things that we haven't really seen, which has been atypical for the Cougars this year, is running that football.
Right.
We've seen a lot of passing. And number 7 gets into the backfield and trip up the ball carrier. That's Johnson. So Thompson's getting penetration on the Cougar offensive line right now.
Rodriguez Thompson, the ball carrier. First contact made by Julian Davis. Assisted by.
So Davis with the tackle.
Enemy yard, 7 down.
Got 2 men in the backfield. Looks like maybe they're trying to get a little extra protection for McClellan. And McClellan is going to be. They drag McClellan back. We'll see where they down him at.
That's number 6, Mr. Caleb Fuller on the rush.
McClellan coming in the backfield.
And it looks like they're going to down him right about the 6-yard line. I tell you what, that Cougar offensive line is going to have to get it together in a hurry, or it's going to be a very long night.
Yes,
Clay-Chalkville. The last thing you want to be is backed up against your own end zone. You got to get. I guarantee you, Thompson's defense is motivated right now, and they're thinking safety. When the Cougars get it complete, they have a little bit of room to their right, and that is Mario Craver, who's going to be run out of bounds.
Pushed out of bounds by number 20, Peyton Lewis, for the Warriors.
So it's going to be 4th and 11 for the Cougars. And they're going to punt this one away.
Back deep is number 1, Antoine Fidgens.
And McClellan's punt is going to roll to the 41-yard line. Figgins was back deep to receive.
McClellan's punt is down to the 42.
So
First and 10 Warriors.
midway through the first quarter, it's really been a defensive struggle except for that one run.
Right.
But the one thing that's sticking out to me is the line play for Clay-Chalkville right now.
Right, I agree. We got to find a way to keep that protection for our quarterback.
Well, let's see what the Cougar defense does on this drive. Thompson with 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 in motion, back to the right. They make the handoff. That's number 1 once again.
That is Mr. A.J. Green.
He's going to be brought down by number 97, Devin Finley. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Warriors. Ball is at the 46-yard line in Warrior territory.
Quarterback, Mr. Zach Sims, is set in shotgun. Looks over to get the play from the coach.
We got 3 receivers to his left, single man in the backfield. And they make the handoff once again. Initial tackle is broken. Green with the carry once again, and he's going to be about 2 yards short of a first down, all right at the 50. Number 41 for the Cougars, Arshawn Davis, part of that group that brought him down. It's a critical 3rd down for Clay-Chalkville here. Now, folks, you're witnessing the same formation, but I guarantee it's going to be something totally different. You have shotgun here, and there's the handoff, and the Cougars jump right on it. No gain on the play.
Looks like that was stopped by Mr. 96, Randall Cole, a.k.a. Big Junior on the play.
So Mbakwe is going to go back deep to receive the punt. Number 9 comes out to do the chores for Thompson.
And that number 9 looks like that's Hayden Garrison.
Deep for the Cougars, number 4, Mario Craver, number 9, Mbakwe.
And that one is high, and the fair catch is signaled. Mbakwe retrieves it. And the Cougars once again will start deep in their own territory. This one's going to be at about the 13-yard line. And I think if the Cougars can get a little bit of room to breathe,
we'll be okay.
That'll be critical. I think they'll be okay.
I agree.
Because at this part of the field, the Thompson defense, they're just going to tee off. If you think about it, you've already got a fumble. You've already got a sack. So they're going to do what they can to get in the heads of the Cougars. And Clay-Chalkville's got to make sure that they don't get into a funk early in the contest.
Exactly.
And that pass from McClellan is complete, and that's complete to Craver.
That was tackled by number 18, Thompson.
And that looked to be a gain of 5 yards. So that'll put the ball right at the 18-yard line. It'll bring up second down for the Cougars. It's kind of funny having watched these kids since they were in middle school. I feel like the old man of the bunch. And that one is thrown behind the receiver.
Looks like that's number 4, Mario Craver. And 10 for.
That is correct. And I think, this is where it comes to those elements we talked about earlier. Now we've got third down. And if that ball was thrown just a hair earlier, that's an easy reception to first down.
I do agree.
And we'll see what the officials, they had a discussion down there on the field. So, Cougars looking to make something happen. I think getting a first down will be huge here. Doesn't have to be anything flashy, but just continue to, the words of Hank Strand, matriculate the ball down the field.
I agree. Well, it looks like we're set now.
And Thompson comes with the blitz, and that one is complete, but it's going to be short of the first. Craver with the reception from McClellan.
Tackle by number 1, Mr. Anquan.
It's fourth down.
So the Cougars are going to be 2 yards short of the first. Ball is going to be at the 21. And, the Cougars have gone for it on fourth down deep in their own territory before. I would think that they're not going to do it here. And I am correct. And that one just kind of bounces high up in the air. Number 18 for the Cougars. Yeah, he's going to down that one. And that's going to be around the 48. So,
first and 10.
Effectively, Thompson has another short field to work with. And what you want to stay on the field if you're the offense. You want to kind of keep that ball moving because you don't want to wear your defense down.
Exactly.
Because as this game goes on, if this keeps up, it's not going to be good for the Cougars. So let's see what happens here. Three wide receiver set, single man backfield. And they're going to throw it in the air. He's looking for a man deep. And
that was intended for number 2, Mr. Oliver.
And Mbakwe was back there in the neighborhood. Looked like it was just out of his reach. So that'll bring up second down for the Warriors. Now, this can be interesting because Clay-Chalkville's secondary is solid. And the Warriors know that. So we know all phases of the defense is going to be tested. Let's see how this works out.
Quarterback is play from the coach from the sideline.
And they fake the handoff. Short pass over the middle. And they're going to be near a first down, if not with a first down.
Looks like it is a first down.
And sticks do move. You're correct. So Cougars react quickly, but it still results in a first for Thompson with the ball ending up at the 42-yard line. And you've been calling that all night where he looks back to the sideline. They're making those adjustments to the defense that they're seeing, and making a change up as necessary. Short gain on the play for the Warriors. Looks like they got about a yard out of it, maybe a yard and a half, so that'll be 2nd and 8 for Thompson. Ball's at the 41. Okay, they made the adjustment with the sticks. So it is a 1 yard gain on the play. 2nd and 9 for the Warriors. Let's look at the defense, and they seem kind of, they're going to put it in the air. They're going to try to go over the top, and that was going to be overthrown.
Great defense by number 8.
Yeah, number 8, Deion Gunn was right there. And you're not going to fool the Clay-Chalkville secondary. Now, you know, Thompson's going to test it.
Oh, yeah.
They are. But you're not going to fool them. I'm really interested in what the Clay-Chalkville front four is going to be able to do. What you want to do is you don't want to give Thompson time to sit back there and just make things happen.
Look like we have a timeout on the field.
And
that was timeout by the Thompson Warriors.
So with 3rd and 9, it's going to be interesting to see what they come up with. And we're going to go to a commercial, and we'll be right back. It's 3rd and 9 for the Warriors, and the Cougar defense is looking to make another stand. And we'll see what happens here. Devin Finley gets loose, but the Warriors get the completion over the top of the Cougar secondary.
That's number 3, Tony Mitchell, with the catch.
Well, you know, I said a second ago that you don't really fool him. They got him that time, and he really wasn't that far back behind the secondary. So it's a 1st down and goal to go for the Warriors. Ball looks to be around the 7-yard line. And it looks like the Warriors might just let the clock run out. Nope, they get it off right before the quarter. And they try to reverse. And that goes nowhere.
That was number 6 with the catch, carry. And that is Mr. K.B. Williams.
Yeah, K.B. Williams had the stop along with number 41, Arshawn Davis.
2nd and goal from the 15.
And that'll do it for the first quarter, folks. This quarter seemed a little long.
Yes, it did. Yes, it
did. We've seen a couple of things we haven't seen with the Clay-Chalkville defense. There's 2 things that we saw. One, they were ran right up the middle.
Right up the gut.
Hadn't happened all season like that. Number 2, has passes been completed? Yes. But that one right there, over the top of the secondary, and it wasn't what you would call like a typical go route. So they're really going to have to watch out for these things. It would almost seem as if they're focused on certain players and certain things happening. And Thompson's just sending out, well, they're not looking for this guy, so we're going to send out the other guy.
Exactly. Well, hopefully we can make some adjustments for this 2nd quarter. And let's get this thing going.
ball left to be played. And let's look at a couple of things. You know, Clay-Chalkville's last 3 weeks were kind of like a murderer's row. You had Benson Valley, who's always a rival. You had Centerpoint, who came in undefeated. And then you faced Thompson. You know, Pell City was really the only game where you would think they'd have gotten a break because, you know, they opened the season against Briarwood Christian, who they faced in the playoffs, and then they faced Unitown. So the Cougars, you know, theoretically haven't had any light work all year, so to speak. And that's not to dismiss Pell City, but, I mean, realistically, you know, Pell City, we know they did not match up to Clay-Chalkville.
Right,
that's what it is. So now you've got Thompson. And here we go. And there's a flag on the field. We'll have to see what's going to happen. It appears that this one may come back.
Looks like it was coming back. Looks like it is coming back. That was a great pass though by Caleb Harris. I'm sorry, that's number 8. I'm sorry, that's Zach Sims.
So Will away. It's a hold, and that's going to bring it back. And holds are a spot foul. So if that one happens right at the 23-yard line, it's going to get spotted at 33. And I'm just going to be honest with you, the Cougars caught a break.
Yeah, they caught a break.
The Cougars caught a break. Because without that penalty, they're going down by 2 scores.
Repeat second down. Second and goal from the 33.
Hopefully they can capitalize off that break.
We'll see what's going to happen here. Cougars showing blitz. And here they come. They get a push, and there's a hole that is missed.
That was a great hit by number 7.
That's Matthew Defondo with the putting in the work.
Number 97, Mr. Dan Finley is upset because he does think he's been hold. And I did not see a flag nowhere in sight.
Well, the fans are letting the officials know how they feel. And you know, they've got the first down. And the Cougar defense has got to be angry over that one. You know, I mean, I'll be the first to admit that I'm a homer, but that was clearly a hold.
That was a hold.
The officials missed that one. And that pass is incomplete.
That pass was passed by number 12. It's Prince Freeborn. Looks like we had a quarterback switch.
Well, when that helmet pops off, they have to come off the field for at least one play. And with it being 4th down, the Warriors are going to try to attack on another 3.
That's number 37, Mr. McGuire.
And that one is good. So Thompson will extend their lead by 3 points. 10:47 remaining in the first half of play. And we're going to go to the commercial and be right back.
Experience Birmingham in a new, fun way? Zip Trip Slingshot Rentals can give you that experience anywhere in the city. Take over the streets in a Zip Trip Slingshot. You can ride it down the highways or through your neighborhood. Special features include neon lights, Bluetooth radio, and automatic transmission. Zip Trip has affordable pricing. Just go to ziptripslingshotrentals.com or call 205-779-5777.
All right, we're back from commercial. We got Thompson set for the kickoff.
You know, I'm looking at the game like this right now. The Cougar defense is doing what they're supposed to be doing. They had one run that got away from them. You had a pass that got away from them. They tightened up when they needed to.
Correct.
And they only gave up 3 points from them.
Correct.
But that offense has got to get something going for Clay-Chalkville.
You got to find something on this drive right here.
Kick travels into the end
I think you got a good point. I think this drive right here will be critical. And let's keep in mind, they have to give the ball back to the Warriors to start the second half. So you want to minimize those opportunities for Thompson.
If we can get this O-line, again, like you said, the block, keep everything up front, the thing at the end that's been going, having a great night so far.
Got 3-man front, one high, there he goes. And that's complete to Draper over the middle. Nice game.
Let's talk about number 1, Antoine Stevens.
And that ball around the 42-yard line. Draper with the reception. So we'll see what the Cougars come up with next. And Johnson's going to be the ball carrier. And there's not much that's going to happen on that play.
Looks like led by number 96. And that is Mr. McClure.
Yeah, short gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Cougars. Ball is at the 43. You know, like I said earlier, there is no mystery to the Warriors regarding the Cougar running game.
At all.
They see number 13 back there. They're waiting for something to happen.
That's a big hit by number 15, also look like 11, and that is Mr. Peter Wood.
Johnson on the carry.
Johnson with the carry once again. He's going to get a couple more out of it. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Cougars. Ball is at the 45-yard line. This one's going to be interesting to see what the Cougars do here. You got 2 in the backfield, 3 wideouts. Mellon had an open man.
That was broken up by number 3, Tony Mitchell.
Yeah, that intended receiver was Rodriguez Johnson. He was open.
Yeah, he was open. Brings up a 4th down.
And like I said, it's interesting. And Thompson's expecting them to punt this time as well.
Yeah, they do have number 1 back deep, and that again is looks like that's AJ Green.
And that's a squib, and they're going to pick it up. Take it. And the Cougars are trying to strip the ball. It doesn't come out.
Hagan's on the return to the 35.
And he's going to start. They're going to start this drive at the 35-yard line. That was close.
That was close. Coach is not happy about what's going on with the offense. He's definitely letting them hear it. Looks like we have is that a timeout on the field?
Okay, so we're going to go to commercial break, and we'll be right back.
You're an expert on what moves you. We use our knowledge and experience to help you move well, live well, and do amazing things.
All right, folks, we're back from the timeout. Now, they came out and they had a successful pass over the middle. They put it in their playmaker's hands. He got the yak, the yards after the catch.
Right.
And it seems that the intent or what they need to be doing. But once again, protection is the issue.
Protection, correct. I agree. They got to find some way to stop that number 96 and also number 6 on that outside. Looks like they've been giving the most pressure so far throughout the game.
No doubt about it.
Also led by number 11. I think his name is Mr. Peter Woods. If we find some ways to slow them down, I think we can settle down and get the ball upfield where we need to be.
Well, look, I'll be the first to tell you, I would never argue with the conditioning of our football team. I would never request the conditioning of the Clay-Chalkville. But you cannot leave your defense on the field. You can't go, 4 and out, 4 and out, 4 and out, 4 and out.
Right.
You've got to sustain a drive. You've got to eat up some clock. Because Thompson, if they figure it out, they're going to smell the chum in the water.
Yes, sir.
And this thing can get out of hand in a hurry. You got to keep in mind, this is not a one time or two. This is a 3-time in a row state champion.
Yes, sir.
Thompson team.
I agree.
And they have been getting better as the season goes on, much like every team has. But when you're Thompson, you can't afford them the opportunities during the contest to keep going at your throat.
Exactly.
So there's the snap. And once again, Thompson finds room up the middle.
Oh, he dropped
and
the
the ball
ball.
comes loose. And the Warriors do recover. They get a first down out of that. But what you're seeing right there, once again, this is where you look at it and say, hey, is the defense getting tired? Thompson's running right at the heart of the Cougar defense. Once again, right at the heart of the Cougar defense.
That was number 1 again, Mr. A.J. Green with the run.
A.J. Green.
Now, I think that was Devin Finley that got to him first.
Play gains 3 yards, second down.
So, 3-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 7 for Thompson. Ball at the 49 of the Cougars. This one just might go in the air, but I'm telling you. And there it is. And that one's off the hands of the intended receiver, number 7.
That's Kobe Hearn.
Yeah, hanging out in the neighborhood was the Antoine Matthews. Now, if the Antoine had been in the right place at the right time, that was definitely a pick 6.
That was.
But nonetheless, that'll bring up 3rd down. So we'll see what Thompson comes up with here, puts a man in motion, runs to the short side of the field, and they're going to throw it out of bounds.
It was pressured by number 96. That's big Rondell Cole. Yeah, that's number 96, Mr. Rondell Cole. And that
big junior, right?
Big junior, yes, sir, big junior. That brings up 4th down, I'm sorry.
So the usual suspects back deep to receive for the Cougars. And that will be Mbakwe and Graver.
Hopefully we can get somebody in to block that kick.
That one's going to take a Warrior bounce. And Mbakwe takes off with it. Mbakwe has a little bit of room, needs a block. Still on his feet. Bubba still going. And he's going to be dragged out of bounds right around the 48-yard line. What a whale of a return by Dalen Mbakwe for the Cougars.
That return did kind of scare me the way he got it, but hey, he made it work. Magic.
Oh, look, I'm not going to lie to you. I jumped out of my pants.
That's why they call him Slide 9.
That's right. That is absolutely right. But the good thing is that's a positive thing for the Cougars. They needed something like this.
They needed a spark. I agree. I do agree.
So let's see what they do with it on this drive here. 7:24 remaining in the first half of the play. And McClellan throws it away. And there comes the flag. They're going to call that grounding.
Yeah.
That's coming.
And that was number 11 with the pressure. And that's Peter Woods again. Also assist by number 7, and that's Caleb Hearn for the Thompson Warriors. I didn't see any receivers over there in the area.
Nope. And he was not outside of the tackle box, so that's going to cost him 5 from the spot of the throw.
Intentional grounding.
You know, I can't say it enough. The one key to the game I mentioned, McClellan had to be cool hand Luke.
Yes, sir. You did mention that earlier.
So the Cougars are looking at over 20 yards to get a first. That pass is complete, and Mario Taylor has room, and he's going to have a first down for the Cougars.
Counted by number 20, and that's Mr. Peyton Lewis, assist by number 5, Mr. Jake Ivey for Thompson.
That is a first down for Clay-Chalkville. Ball is going to be spotted at the 36-yard line.
And that's another spark that we needed for the offense, get that confidence in our quarterback.
Well, you know, if you see what's working, you go with the hot hand. So let's see what happens now. He's holding on to it too long. McClellan's got to get rid of it.
Yeah. That's tackled again by number 7 for the Thompson Warriors. And that's Mr. Caleb Hearn again. I agree. Caleb, I'm sorry, he has to learn how to get that ball out of his hands, can't hold it.
Kamari McClellan has to go when the pressure is coming. He's got to get rid of that ball. So the loss of yardage on the play is going to put the ball at the 46-yard line. Once again, 2nd and long for Clay-Chalkville. Once again, Craver gets the call. Short gain on the play. That'll get to the 40-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Cougars need about 15 to get a first.
And this place is going crazy. Sideline from the Warriors, they're having the ball. Student sections is up. Pretty packed out here, by the way.
Well, look, if you can shut down the Clay-Chalkville offense, it's always a good day, and Thompson's feeling it right now. If the Cougars can make something happen on this 3rd down here.
We have a timeout on the field, looks like by the Cougars.
Clay-Chalkville.
And the Cougars are going to take a timeout, a much needed one, I would say. All right, folks, we're coming back out of the timeout. The teams are still having their discussions on the field. Here's what's got to happen in my mind. The Cougars have got to get on the board. They cannot go into the half with an empty shelf.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
They got to put something in the cupboard. Thompson is not the team you want to send in on a high note saying, hey, we shut out the high-powered Clay-Chalkville offense in the first half.
Right.
And then get the ball back to start the second half.
Exactly. Exactly.
So the Cougars need about 15 yards to get this first down, and we're going to see what they come up with here.
They also need to find a way to get number 2, Mario Bird, in the game. Hopefully he can bring a spark to the offense.
That's true. You got 2 receivers to the right. They give it to Johnson, and Johnson's going to give him some breathing room. I guess it's maybe what they're looking for. That'll bring up 4th down. The Cougars still need 9 yards for a first down. And I can tell you, in this spot of the field, the Cougars are known to go for it. I don't see them doing anything different. So that 4 wide tells us all, nope, they're going to punt it. And that one is going to bounce in the end zone. Thompson will get that back out of the 20.
End zone for the touchback. Warrior football, 1st and 10.
They need to apply some pressure on that edge and the middle linebackers on defense. You know, we got to contain that run game. And basically, I mean, we can get some pressure on that quarterback because he's too comfortable back there. He's too comfortable. So we can get some pressure. I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, he is. They are absolutely way too comfortable. And that's the part we were saying, you know, when the wife texts you, you got to answer. So that's.
Yeah, we definitely don't want you in the doghouse or anything.
Oh, I've been in the doghouse for nearly 30 years.
Oh, look at that. That's a nice run by Mr. A.J. Green again on the outside. Pushed out of bounds by number 10 for Clay-Chalkville Cougars.
Yeah, that's.
Looks like he got about 9 yards, so that brings up 2nd and 1.
9 yards, it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that's one of those things that you don't really want to, you know, they've got to stop the run.
Yeah, there's no question about it.
I mean, now they're going to the edge. So it's, you know, what do you do? Now we got the wife and all taken care of. Like I said, I've been married almost 30 years. I've had a bunch of kids go through Clay-Chalkville High School.
That's number 1 again, Mr. A.J.
And he's going to move the sticks.
Outside, and it's tackled by number 6, C.J. Barber.
No, that's going to move the sticks from him. And Patrick, I can tell you, they're going to try to run it. They're going to try to wear him down the rest of the quarter.
Yep.
And they're going to pick their spots. So you got 3 wide. You've got 2 to the left. And they're going, one's probably going to go shallow, 2 probably go deep. Got 1 in the backfield. There they go. They hand it off. What did I tell you? They're going to just try to wear the Cougar defense down.
Yeah, we got to get some muscle up front for the defense.
A.J. Green off right tackle.
It's going to come between that defensive line. Somebody got to find the heart to step up.
Well, you know, I'm not sure if even it's so much that. Because the defense, you know, they'll tell you, if we got to win it by ourselves, we will. And you want your defense to have that kind of attitude.
I agree.
But you got to give them some help to get them off the field. All right, there's a little bit of pressure. And there's a flag on the field. And that's in the vicinity of interference. So we'll have to see what that call ultimately is going to be. Had double coverage in that situation.
Looks like Mr. Sims' pass was intended for Mr. Baylor, number 6 for Thompson.
Holding against Clay-Chalkville.
So defensive holding.
The result of the penalty is a first down.
That penalty gives them a first down. Ball is at the 44-yard line. 3:25 remaining in the first half. I think as this clock starts getting closer, Thompson's going to try to punch it in there. Yafondo with the stop.
That was caught by number 41, Mr. Jeffrey Kambachi. Now I hope I pronounced that correctly. Forgive me if I didn't. Again, like I stated, we got to find some way to get some pressure. This quarterback is too comfortable in that pocket. He's able to step up in the pocket and give an easy dime to his receivers.
Now, that's true. Been way too comfortable.
There we go.
And the Cougar defense answers quickly to bring them down. No gain on the play, and that'll bring up third down.
That was Mr. Number 7.
And Matthew Ufando, looks like his helmet came off, so he'll have to come off for play.
No gain, it's third down.
Assist by number 6. That's DJ Barber on the play.
This third down to me is huge.
This is very huge.
You do not want to have them maintaining momentum towards the end of the half. You want to have an opportunity to take another shot towards the end zone and hopefully put something on the board. I tell you what, if there ever was a game where the Cougars are going to find out who they really are, this is it.
This is it. This is it. Uh-oh, we got some pressure. Oh!
And the Cougar defense gets it done.
That's big number 97, Mr. Devin Finley. You know, that kid there, he got so much heart. I love him, man.
He really does, and he is, I call him the heartbeat of the defense.
Yes, he is.
You know, you see him just a big old goofy grin, and that's what you want to see. So, I've got some extra duties in announcing the band.
Okay.
So, Patrick, I'm going to turn it over to you for the rest of the half. I got to make a mad dash around the stadium into the press box.
All
and
right.
I'll be back for the second half. So, folks, trust us. We are jumping out of our shoes, and fair catch is called by Mbakwe, and the Cougars will take over and start this next drive at the 30-yard line.
Fair catch by Mbakwe at the 30.
1:19 left in the first half. The score is Thompson 10, Clay-Chalkville 0. This is going to be a very, very crazy second half. Defense going to have to step up for the Cougars. O-line is going to have to allow the quarterback to get some passes in. All right, so we do have quarterback ready for Clay-Chalkville. He hands it off to number 21, takes it up the middle.
Aaron Osley on the carry.
Looks like about 5 yards on the carry. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Gain of 6, second down.
1 minute exactly left on our clock. Drop back to pass, and that pass is caught by number 9, Jalen Mbakwe. That was enough for the first down for the Cougars. Looks like the ball was placed right at the 50. With 47.5 seconds left in the first quarter. I'm sorry, the first half. Quarterback dropped back to pass. Toward the number 18, Marlon Crumpton. That too is also enough for the first down.
Complete to Marlon Thompson. Run out of bounds by Tony Mitchell. First down, Clay-Chalkville at the Thompson 37.
Ball is placed at the 37. 39 seconds left in the first half. Quarterback drops back. The pass is caught to number 4. And that's a touchdown! Cougars! Quarterback drops back. Nice pitch and catch by number 4. The pass is caught to number 4. Right before the half. That's exactly what Clay-Chalkville needed. Clay-Chalkville has actually looked like they're doing a little something different that we haven't seen all year, which is actually kick a field goal. That field goal is good by number 81. Number 81 was Mr. Devin Moore for the extra point. That score now brings it to 27 seconds left in the first half. I'm sorry. Thompson 10, Clay-Chalkville is 7. Now we have to see what the defense has to bring out. Hopefully we can get somebody in to get some pressure. Apply some pressure so we can go into the half. We have number 81, Mr. Devin Moore, set for the kick. With number 1 for the Thompson, and that's Mr. A.J. Green, as well as number 2, Deuce Oliver, to receive for the Warriors. If you guys are looking for a game, this is it. We thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like, share. And that's the kick. Number 2, Oliver receives the ball. Tackled by a host of students. Looks like right at the 31-yard line. We got 19.3 seconds remaining in the first half. Defense does take the field. Hopefully that our defensive line can apply some pressure. Uh-oh, Lord, we had a penalty on the play. I'm not sure exactly what was the penalty. But it does look like it pushed Thompson back. So now the ball is set at the 20-yard line, again with 19.3 remaining in the first half. And looks like Thompson will just take a knee and go ahead and end to the first half. So with the score at halftime, Thompson Warriors 10, Clay-Chalkville Cougars 7. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
the 21st of September. After the Love Is Gone, featuring Angel White on saxophone. Sing a song. with Jamila Williams. Your color guard captains are Morgan Pickett and Haley Sweeney. Your dance line captains are Tiffany Davis and Anaya Field. Your band director is Kelvin Binion. His assistants are Alex Wills and Jeff Calvin. Melissa Christie is your auxiliary sponsor. Julie Koch, auxiliary sponsor, and Lazarus Mosley, your percussion instructor. We would like to give thanks to Dr. Walter Thompson, our superintendent, and Dr. Eugene Dallas, our president.
Experience Birmingham in a new, fun way? Zip Trip Slingshot Rentals can give you that experience anywhere in the city. Take over the streets in a Zip Trip Slingshot. You can ride it down the highways or through your neighborhood. Special features include neon lights, Bluetooth radio, and automatic transmission. Zip Trip has affordable pricing. Just go to ziptripslingshotrentals.com or call 205-779-5777.
You want me to turn this back around towards you?
talk about that. That's what we need to say. I was a clown. I missed it. Somebody had a one-liner for it. I was like, somebody got it.
You deserve care that's designed specifically for you. At M3, you are our focus. We help you move well, live well, and do amazing things.
Yeah, I had to dip out to announce the bands, and of course we had a really good show there. But while I was going to the press box to go and do the band, apparently I missed a touchdown, and better yet still, did we actually kick a field goal?
We actually kicked the field goal, and that field goal was kicked by number 81, Mr. Devin Moore. He actually did a great job. And that was the first time I have ever seen that.
Well, I guess, yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. That's
yeah, and it came a little early. We'll take it.
Absolutely. Well, remember I said at the beginning when we talked about special teams that Thompson was going to go for those 3 points and how they would use that, and that could come back and haunt us. Now, I'm not sure how far he can kick it, but it definitely adds a dimension that the Cougars have not shown thus far this year.
Exactly.
So if we can maintain that and we can do that, hey, I'm happy as a clam.
That's all. But yeah, I also think that if we can, again, put some pressure on Thompson's quarterback. So far, that's been, I guess, the struggle for the Cougars to get some pressure on them to disrupt that pass. And if we can get that in the second half, I believe that we can turn this whole thing around.
I certainly agree with that. If I could agree with it 1,000%, I would. But I go back to the offense has to keep the defense off the field.
Correct.
We have not, all year, if you look at our running game, we chewed and we pounded and we grounded out. McClellan is having to release the ball quickly. And he's panicked. He's demonstrated. He's panicked back there a little bit.
Yeah.
You have the intentional grounding. You've had some that were thrown. You had a fumble. Losses of 10+ yards while he's scrambling around. You cannot do that this half. That has to change. Now, I do not know what Drew, i.e. Coach Gilmer, said to the team in there. I'm sure their position coaches are getting with them. They got a great set of guys.
They do.
They got a great set of coaches that's going to let them know, hey, settle down.
Yep.
That 10-7 score, if nothing else, should tell them Thompson is not invincible.
Right, exactly.
Treat the game like it's 0-0 coming into this half and go out and do what Clay-Chalkville does. If they can do that, they will be A-OK.
I agree.
But ball control is going to be the key.
It is.
Now, starting out the second half, they obviously have to kick off to the Warriors.
Correct.
What adjustments is Thompson going to make against this defense? That remains to be seen. They haven't really gone over the top a lot.
They haven't.
The one time that they did, it was more of a surprise even to me because it wasn't the receiver you would think it would be. Basically, you get a tight end that kind of just slips, or an H-back that just kind of slips back there and hides out, and he launches it and he tosses it to him.
Well, we're set for the kickoff, and that's number 6, DJ Barber makes the kick, and received by number 1.
And that's mishandled. And he's looking for some room, and he's going to be brought down.
And that was Mr. A.J. Green on the return.
First and 10, Thompson.
And number 10 was involved with that stop for Clay-Chalkville. That number 10 being Cam Jones. So we'll see what happens to start this second half. I think what the Cougars have to do is get a stop here for sure.
For sure. If we get a quick 3 and out, that'll be perfect.
And get more points on the board.
That's Mr. A.J. Green again with the short gain up the middle.
No, they fully intend to wear that Cougar front down. I mean, they know that they've got to do that. That's going to be the key to the game there. But notice they haven't really attacked the edges a lot.
They haven't.
So if they soften up the middle, that puts a little more pressure on Yafando.
And that 6, DJ Barber as well.
Yeah, DJ Barber, that's right. So, and they go right back to the well. There's not much happening on that play. We'll see what they give them. Looks like they're going to take them to the 29-yard line.
That's number 1, Mr. A.J. Green again with the carry. A host of Cougars, but led by number 97, that's Devin Finley.
So it'll be 3rd and 5. Ball's at the 29-yard line. And, you know, we're sitting here amongst a bunch of our Cougar family. Yeah, they got to make some noise for that Cougar defense.
Yeah, they got to make some noise.
There they go. Right on cue. All right, Thompson trying to go. Let's see. That one is going to be incomplete.
That pass was intended for number 2, Deuce Oliver. Broken up by number 3 for the Cougars.
Yeah, and that is Ormond Wallace.
And he was
O-Dog. That's right. Well, he was right there with him. So, I mean, if he was going to catch it, he was going to have a hard time doing it based on what I could see. And so the usual suspects are back deep to receive for the Cougars. That would be Jay Bubba, Jalen Mbakwe, and Super Mario Craver.
Keeping for Thompson, that's Mr. Hayden Garrison.
And that one's kind of a rifle shot. Mbakwe gets that on his fingertips. Still, he almost gets away with one. So we'll give that assist to the turf.
As Thompson's defense come out on the field.
Cougars start their first drive of the second half at the 49-yard line. And I'm not going to say that this is the most important drive of the half, but it is very important because this drive can set the tone.
Yeah, this definitely can set the tone. Like I said, if we can get this quarterback some time to get off the ball, we'll be okay.
Pass complete to Craver. Craver slips away, and he's going to have enough for the ball comes loose.
That ball came loose, picked up by number 1.
And Thompson recovers.
Mr. Anquan Fagan for Thompson. Number 11 with the stop. Actually made that grip was Mr. Peter Woods for the Warriors.
You know, that pass is complete, surefire first down. Ball is ripped out, comes loose, and Thompson's right back on the field just like that. Ball is at the 46-yard line.
Let's go, defense!
Defense got to come out and try to get this ball back and force a turnover.
And in close games like this, you know that they're going to come after the ball, try to strip it, go after it. You're going to get aggressive.
Big hit.
And that is number 10, Cameron Jones. He takes him for a ride, and that was it's the 5-yard gain on the play. They're inside Cougar territory, ball at the 49-yard line. But boy, did he make a statement on that defensive play. The Cougar defense is wide awake, folks. And the Cougar defense is fired up. Number 94 involved with that. That's Jamon Smith.
That's that big pressure that we needed from that defense.
That's right. Loss of 6 yards on the play. Is going to make it 3rd and 11. The ball just on the other side of the 45-yard line in Warrior territory. And you can hear it, folks. The Cougar fans are fired up.
Quarterback to the side for the adjustment play.
Thompson with 3 wide receivers out, 1 man in the backfield. Cougars go down the blitz right there. They hand it off. Cougar defense discipline, and they're going to snuff that one out. No gain on the play. We'll bring up 4th down. I tell you what, if I was back home calling this, you know what I'd say. Make some noise for that Cougar defense. But the fans are doing a fine enough job of that themselves.
As well as the Cougar Nation is fired up. This might be the spark that we need.
And this is what goes back to what I was saying, that the defense will tell you, if we've got to win the game, we will. But they're doing exactly what was needed. They're going to give this team a spark. You know, and the thing is when a mistake like that happens, when you're moving down the field, you don't get hung up in it. You don't get caught up in it. Fair catch is called by Mbakwe, and he is going to down it right at the 24-yard line. What a defensive series by the Cougars.
That was a great series, and that's exactly what we needed to get this ball turned over. We did need some pressure, as I stated earlier. If we can get some pressure to that quarterback and disrupt those passes, everything will be A-OK. So it looks like that's what they I guess the coach came in halftime and made those adjustments and got them under them, got some fire up under them.
Well, I think one of the things that's key in the first half is that they discovered that they can move the ball. Because if you think about the first quarter and part of the second quarter, you kind of wondered if they said, hey, can we get any headway? Can we get anywhere? Now, where's the running game going to be in all this?
Exactly.
Because obviously you want to control the clock. Now, you can pile on points with the pass. Hey, look, you take it however you can get it. But if you can establish that run, especially if they can get a score here, if they can get a score and possibly get 2 scores up, they're going to need that running game.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens on this drive here.
Hopefully we can go down and get 6 in right now.
It looks like the Marios are lined up over to the left. Mbakwe down low to the right. McClellan got to get rid of it. Has an open man, but he throws short. And that was Mario Bird, the intended receiver. Thompson bringing pressure on that play. And you know that they got to know that that's going to come. Right now, timing is everything. Snap is low. Number 21, the ball carrier. And that is Aaron Osley. Short gain on the play. And that'll result in a second and 8, probably 3rd and 8 for the Cougars. I tell you what, this has been a defensive Donnybrook all the way. 4 wideouts, 1 in the backfield for extra protection. McClellan gets rid of it. Looks like Craver was the intended receiver, or possibly some miscommunication on the route. We don't know which one it was. Either way, that's going to bring up 4th down.
It was pressured by number 11, and that's Mr. Peter Woods again. He has been all over the field. The offense line has to find a way to stop number 11. He has been bringing that pain.
Well, this is going to be a short kick, and it's going to take a Thompson bounce. The Cougars are going to down it just inside Thompson territory at the 46-yard line. So, you know, once again, here comes the defense.
Yeah, we got to figure out some ways, man. I mean, like we all knew, this is going to be a dogfight. This is going to be all 4 quarters. I never thought that it was going to be a blowout or nothing like that. But the Cougar defense, the Cougars have to figure out a way to keep this defense off the field.
Well, and you know, you could almost say that for both teams. I think the difference is Thompson's getting a little bit of yardage when they're doing it, and the way they're attacking the defense is how you wear them down. I'm interested in to see what kind of adjustments the Cougars going to make offensively, because you got the score. You obviously had a clear 1st down play before the turnover.
Right.
McClellan has to have time. I think he's proven that if you can give him time and give him protection, he can get the job done. And number 10, Cam Jones, is bringing the wood.
He is laying it down tonight, isn't he?
Absolutely.
All of them with the reception.
So you have a huge 3rd and 3, and the ball is right at the 47-yard line. This is kind of an interesting setup here. Short throw, but it's deep behind the down marker, and the Cougars try to box him in, but he's going to have enough to, yeah, it looks like he's going to have enough to move the sticks.
Pass complete to Corbin Williams. Brought down to 43. Here's the ball.
Oh, there is a flag. So they're having that discussion as we speak. On the far side of the field, and that goes against the Warriors.
That was good from back.
And looking at the spot of the foul, that one's going to hurt him.
That did hurt him. It was a favor for Clay-Chalkville.
Absolutely. It's 3rd and 10 now. There was 3rd and short. So the dynamics have completely changed for the Warriors on this play. And let's see what adjustments Clay-Chalkville's defense makes to respond like and in kind.
Quarterback is set and shotgun.
You got 4 wide on the right. You got 1 on the near side. 3 spread wide to the left. Single man in the backfield. And yeah, I think that is a conservative call if I ever saw one. But what that tells me is 2 things. 1, they respect Clay-Chalkville's defense. And number 2, they respect the secondary.
It's 4th and 7.
We have number 97. Let's take him up.
And that's Devin Finley. But he's able to walk off the field, and that's what you want to see. You can't stress enough just how important he is to the defense.
Yes, Lord.
So he's able to come off under his own power. But when you see that, that tells you what's going on right there. They are getting worn down.
Yeah.
The offense has got to come up with some kind of spark. And Mbakwe calls for the fair catch near the 15-yard line. The offense needs some kind of spark. Because when you see things like that happen, that's usually a sign that somebody's tired. And look. And we're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back.
You deserve care that's designed specifically for you. At M3, you are our focus. We help you move well, live well, and do amazing things.
All right, we are back. Teams are still in a timeout. You know, I'm thinking to myself, what are they going to do to give the defense some relief?
Well,
I'm just sitting here and I'm kind of wondering. We haven't seen a dominant run attack, and we've got a multi-headed monster at running back. We've seen mistakes that have cost us. So how do you overcome those and keep that out of their heads? You know, on to the next play.
We got to figure something out, man. We're still in it. We're still a good ball game, and we're still in the game. But we got to figure out some things, man, to move the ball. Again, I think that the quarterback has to get off of the ball quicker. But let's see.
Well, here's his chance. That was a ill-advised pass for the intended receiver was Mbakwe. McClellan was under pressure, running to his left, throwing with his right. Mbakwe tried to react to the ball to come back to it, could not get there, and the result is an interception.
Yeah, and that pass was intercepted by number 1. That's Mr. Antoine Fagans again.
Yeah, and he appears to be their Mr. Everything.
He has really been everywhere.
Let's go, team!
And
Zach Sam's on the keeper to the
Sam's on the keeper, so
gain of 7 on the play.
it'll be 2nd and 3. Well, no, 2nd and 4 for the Warriors. Ball is at the 46-yard line in Cougar territory.
Not a great option. Keeper for the quarterback up the middle. For Thompson.
This is getting interesting here. And you can clearly see the way that they're attacking. They are working on that Cougar front 4.
Yes, they are. That was enough.
And
First down.
remember what I said about moving the sticks? It's a first down. Thompson keeps moving the sticks. We are 4:19 remaining in the third quarter. Remember that note from earlier on, the longer this game goes on and the longer our defense is out there on the field, the advantage is going to go to Thompson. And that's another first down for the Warriors. That was number 2, I believe. Winner.
Yeah, that's number 2. That's Deuce Oliver again with the reception. Got a little yak after that. A yard out the pick.
He definitely did, and he gets him to the 20-yard line. This is going to be a crucial stop for the Cougars here. And Thompson is going to get into the end zone, it appears. And that's it. There's a flag on the field. He gets him to the 20-yard line. A.J. Green gets in there. This is going to be a crucial stop for the Cougars. Maybe excessive celebration or some extracurricular activity. We'll have to see what the call is. And Thompson is going to get into the end zone, it appears.
But they are going for the extra point.
And that one is good. So the Warriors are going to extend their lead back to 10 with 3:32 remaining in the third quarter. Like I said, this game is still winnable.
It is.
But the offense they've got to do something. What that is, I don't know.
I don't know if you see what I see, but I'm looking at my defense, and they all walking, which is not a good sign from the defense. Normally, that they're a little tired, and that's not what we need to see for the Cougars.
Well, you know, with only a 10-point lead, with a team like this, either one, you know, there's still a lot of football left to play.
There's a whole lot of football.
What kind of
right now?
So, what kind of spark? You know, what's going to happen out of all of this? I mean, clearly by any measure, this is not a blowout. So mentally, in their minds, they have to be able to see that, hey, we can still win this ball game. Kick goes into the end zone, so the Cougars will start this next drive at the 20-yard line.
For the touchback. Cougar football first and 10 at the 20.
And hopefully that our quarterback, understand the mistake that he made, and we can go back and, put that on his rug and drive down the field and get in the end zone on this drive.
Happy birthday.
3:32 left in the third quarter.
Thank you, Chief Rigney, for all you do.
There's some football left.
Well, one of the things is he's got to be confident in himself. He can't lose confidence in himself. The ball comes loose again. Johnson, the ball carrier. And the Cougars managed to hold on to it. Gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Cougars at the 25-yard line. Almost had another big uh-oh for Clay-Chalkville on that play. I guarantee you with the number of turnovers we've seen there, ball protection is going to be part of the discussion this week for sure.
I hope.
And this is going to move the sticks. Yeah. And Aaron Osley, just a sophomore. So, Patrick, that's what we need to see from the running game.
Right.
Get those chunks of yards. There's a saying that if you get 4 yards per play, you're going to get a first down every time.
Exactly.
You only need 10. And so that's huge. McClellan steps up in the pocket, gets rid of the ball.
That looks like number 2, that's Mario. That's 18, that's Marlon Thompson for the Cougars. That was enough for the first down, so that's first and 10 for the Cougars.
So you see what's happening here. The short, intermediates, get good solid runs, keep moving the sticks. And that pass was intended for Mario Craver, nearly picked off as it sails on McClellan. And Craver was open. Oh my gosh.
He was open. I think we would have had some more yards.
Well, and the thing is Mario Craver is the type of receiver that can make plays on his own in an open field. So that could have been something very special. Not much happening on that play. Short gain. Looks like they got a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 1 for Clay-Chalkville. Ball at the 42-yard line. let's see what happens here. McClellan steps back deep, rolls out to his right. He's going to have to get rid of it.
He's pressured by number 7, also number 11. Number 7, that's Kobe Hearn again, and 11 is Peter Woods for the Warriors.
Well, now's where I see it as interesting. 148 remaining in the third. You're down 10 points. Your punt formation is basically a standard formation. So you never really know. Oh, he's going to punt it. And that one bounces backwards a little bit before it's down. I will say this. The defense got a chance to get in a little oxygen.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the Cougars, the drive stalls. And this is where the Cougars are going to really find out about themselves. These are the teams you want to play.
Yeah, exactly.
These are the teams you want to measure yourself up against. This is where you discover who you really are. You see the loose tackle, you see the loose tackles and the things of that nature. This is where the grind begins.
Okay. And that is Mr. Deuce Oliver for Thompson Warriors. Quarterback Texas for the new play.
Now he's got 3 receivers to his right. The left completely empty. This should be interesting here. Man goes in motion. And they send him right at the heart of the Cougar defense. Green has been just getting it done all night for Thompson. That's another first down. Thompson continuing to keep the sticks moving on the field. One receiver wide to the left, 2 to the short side to the right, 1 man in the backfield. Quick pass. And Thompson's going to move the sticks one more time.
That's another first down.
We got to get some defense going. They're moving the ball at ease at any time that they want. We got to put some pressure to this quarterback. I think this D-line, besides Mr. Devin Finley, someone has to be some help and bring some pressure to this quarterback. Disrupt some of these passes. That's the end of the fourth quarter.
Well, that'll do it for the third.
I'm sorry.
We're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back. So, Patrick, tell me this. You're down by 10. Not impossible. Your defense has spent the majority of the game on the field. The offense has demonstrated the ability to move on Thompson. We know the defense has to make a stop. If Thompson scores, I think the Cougars still have a chance.
They still do. It's a lot of football left.
But let's say the defense gets this stop. How do you get McClellan settled down to avoid the costly mistakes?
I still see whatever they throw a flag on that. But to answer your question,
Well,
let's see what the flag is about.
well, he certainly wasn't. He seemed like he just slipped, not slide. I definitely wouldn't call that a personal foul, but I'm not the official. So,
Yeah, it definitely looks like he's zipped. So we'll definitely have to.
we'll have to wait to see what the call is. I think they're trying to figure out what was really going on. And like I said, this is just a layman's opinion. Forget who I root for. He slipped down, and another player just reached down and got on him. Didn't do anything seemed extracurricular.
Well, they got the call. Let's see what's the call.
And looks like personal foul. Wow.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness.
Well, that's what they call unnecessary roughness. And those are the kind of penalties that can get you mentally.
That made Coach Gilbert very upset.
Well, rightfully so. I mean, look, I don't care what side you're coaching on. That was not a call that needed to be made. Nobody pancaked the quarterback or reached down and punched him. So he had to throw it away that time.
Yeah, he had to throw it away.
But it's calls like that can be extremely frustrating. And it can go one or two ways. I mean, your defense can wilt under that kind of pressure, or they can react to it. That time they reacted to it. So there's some movement. It looks to me like that was a false start, but
It looks like a false start.
And that's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
So, I'm not one to say I like Vegas odds, but you see what you see. So with that, it'll be 2nd and 15 for the Warriors. The ball at the 46-yard line. We're going to see how the Cougar defense reacts. I think they know as well as anybody that, this game is in their hands.
Exactly.
That's how they see it. This game is in their hands. Nice open field tackle. And folks, number 3, Ormond Wallace, just demonstrated a textbook open field tackle.
I mean, he wrapped them up like a burrito.
He sure did. So Thompson got 3 receivers to the left.
As you hear the Cougar Nation screaming defense.
Yes, they are.
What they need right now. They need to bring some type of pressure.
And this looks like it might be a quick pass. Nope, they're going to run it.
Short game up the middle by number 1.
That'll bring
Again, Mr. A.J. Green.
That'll bring up 4th down. I guess they thought they were going to catch Clay-Chalkville sleeping.
4th and 14.
Let's go! Good job, dude!
That's a great job
The defense
by the defense.
has been getting it done all day.
Let's go! That's nice play!
And I can tell you
Nice play!
that unit, I don't care what happens, they have nothing to hang their head about.
At all.
Usual suspects back deep. That would be Craver and Mbakwe.
Be smart! Let's be smart! Let's be smart!
Fair catch is called. and that's going to be near the 15-yard line. So the Cougars, they've got to put something together on this drive. There's no question about it. This is
in the third, in the fourth. They need to put 6 points, and we got to score a touchdown.
This is one of those. This is it drive.
We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
You use your hands to do a lot. We use our hands to help you move well, live well, and do amazing things.
So, you know, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, we've got to make this drive work. We have to eat some clock, but we can't eat too much clock.
Exactly.
We don't want to put Thompson in a position where they're just going to grind it out themselves.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Because they're obviously going to need the ball back. These are the ones that test your heart. So we're going to see where this goes.
Let's go, O!
All right, let's see. Let's see, can the O-line protect the quarterback? Aaron Osley
finds
through that hole.
Yes, he does. And he's going to get a really nice gain on that run. And those are the ones you want. You want the second and shorts, the third and shorts. This is a 2nd and 2 for Clay-Chalkville. And the Cougars are moving the ball quickly, ball at the 23-yard line. And there goes Aaron. Aaron's still going. Aaron Osley has one man to beat. He is going to beat him. And there goes Ayo. Touchdown, Cougars. And there goes Aaron. Aaron's still going. Aaron Osley has
He's only a sophomore. Now look, I had the privilege of coaching with Keith Rogers and that wonderful coaching staff in middle school, where AO was just a 7th grader. And that kid has vision.
Oh, yes,
I can tell you, he has vision.
Yes,
and that is what you just witnessed there. And he has some breakaway speed. So here we go.
That's
Number 81 is kicking the field goal. That is Devin Moore. And there it goes.
So we are 2 for 2 with kicking field goals. We got a kicker.
We got a kicker. Yeah, we got a kicker. We got a kicker. Where's he been hiding at? I don't know. But hey, now that's probably the one thing that Thompson did not see on film.
I know they didn't see it because I didn't see it.
But let's look at that. Now let's evaluate that PAT. Okay, that PAT right there. If let's say we backed him up to the 20. He could potentially kick from there.
Yeah, I agree.
Now understand when I say kick from there, that means that the ball is maybe at the 13.
Exactly.
So I can see a number of different scenarios in my head. Now, you know, I used to believe in Santa Claus too, still do. But let's see what the defense does this time, because the defense has to smell this one. Now, this is where we find out the Cougars. Do you believe? Do you believe?
Back deep for the Thompson is number 1, and that is Mr. A.J. Green, and number 2, Deuce Oliver.
And D.J. Barber getting set to handle the kickoff duties for Clay-Chalkville. This next series is going to be interesting.
It's
This is short kick. And the Cougars respond quickly. Yeah, number 24 finished it off. That's Xavier Starks. And the Cougar fans are excited.
Cougar fans are fired up.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sitting over there and I'm looking across at the Thompson fans, and it's almost as if they can't believe what they're seeing.
We got a ball game.
We do. Maybe it was a little old 6A Clay-Chalkville coming in, but we'll see how the defense does.
Quarterback is setting shot, man. Hands it off straight up the middle.
Yeah, the Cougars answer that quickly.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's number 94.
Oh, number 94? Oh, that's our friend Jamon Smith.
Cougar fans are fired up.
I think the defense is fired up. That running game is what the Cougars have been missing all evening. That pass is called incomplete. Yep, that bounced off the turf.
Looks like Thompson fans wanted the pass interference, but
that wasn't going to happen. The defenders looking back, making a play on the ball. Clearly, they got tangled up.
Looking down on the field, some of the Clay-Chalkville fans.
All right, Cougar fans. All right, let's hear it. We want to hear you make some noise back here while we're announcing this thing. And here we go. If you hear that rumbling, people, you know what's going on. We're right behind them. This is a huge defensive play for the Cougars. And we have a timeout by Thompson.
And we're fired up now.
So this one here, the energy has come back definitely to the Cougars. And I'm not going to say that this lost on Thompson. That'd be foolish of me to do that. They are going to try to find a way. Want to utilize the clock and grind that thing out. They do not want Clay-Chalkville to have another opportunity with that football.
Hopefully we can get some pressure again and clog up that inside and stop that run.
Well, you got three receivers wide. There's a short pass. And some sure tackling. That's right, number 10, Cameron Jones once again answering the bell for the Cougars.
That was the assist by number 6. That's DJ Barber. That brings up what, 4th down?
That's going to bring up 4th down. It's going to be a 4th and 4. And Thompson's going to punt it.
Kicking for the Thompson Warriors. That's number 9, I'm sorry, Hayden Garrison with the kick.
So this one, my, as my father-in-law likes to say. And it's a high kick. Fair catch is signaled. That one hung up in the air for a while. I thought it was a drone for a minute.
If you guys online looking for a game, you're at the right spot.
You absolutely are. And while they're sorting a few things out, I'm trying to pull some scoring updates. Right now, Pinson Valley's maintaining a 4-point lead over Homewood, 14-10. from what we could tell out here. And Mountain Brook is trailing Hoover 17-7 in the fourth quarter. Shades Valley and Bessemer City are tied at 14 apiece. So we got some great football going on in the area. Last night from other teams in our neck of the woods, Hewitt Trussville all over Huffman, 49-8. So there's this is the 6A Region 6 is not, we don't have Gardendale anymore for right now because it changes, seems like every week. But I agree. Next year Gardendale might be back. I don't know. But here we go. Osley looking for room to his right. It's not going to find any. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Osley, the ball carrier.
We got to figure out a way also to get number 2 back in the game. Mr. Mario Bird. He has been very solid this game.
He has been. Well, the key is to get the short throws.
Yes, I agree.
Those have worked. Now, we have the one turnover. That's fine. You don't give up on what works. So we'll see what happens here. Thompson looks like they're wanting to show blitz on the front 4. And there they go. McClellan has to get out of there. McClellan just needs to run with it. And he's going to throw it away. There's a flag on the field. That's definitely in the area of holding.
There is a flag.
So that was going to cost the Cougars 10 yards for sure. And it's a spot foul.
Holding against Clay-Chalkville.
And this is where you do not want to get those penalties.
Exactly. Back against your own end zone. Yeah, you definitely got that.
That puts the ball at the 20-yard line. And it's going to be second and probably about second and 23 for Clay-Chalkville as a result of that penalty.
Big hit by Thompson 6 on the edge, and that's Mr. Caleb Gola.
That play was slow to develop, and that really needed to be a bang play. This is going to be interesting here. Are they going to come after McClellan? Yes, they are. But the question is who can get away, and who can he get it to? Who can he put in space? And the Cougars run it. I'm surprised.
I was surprised as well. That was tackled by number 7. And also,
here's
Peter Woods again.
Here's what had me surprised. Number 9 looked like he was open to us. I saw something that, unless I missed something, following the run. That one's going to take a Cougar bounce. And it'll go out of bounds at the 47.
First and 10 Warriors.
With 5:49 remaining in the game, Thompson 17, Clay-Chalkville 14.
Well, if there was ever a defensive stop that was critical, this is it. So
we need a big turnover right here. Scoop and score, pick 6 or something, that'll be very awesome.
I do not disagree.
Defense have done it before. I think they can do it again.
Well, you know how Thompson's going to run it, and they're trying to run towards the sideline. No gain on the play.
You can live a pain-free life. At M3, we help you move well, live well, and do amazing things.
On the play, second and 9 for the Warriors. I'm almost, you're almost silent because you're just kind of wondering what's going to be next. Now, this is a strange bird to me. Okay, Thompson trying to eat clock. They're heading out of bounds, which stops the clock. No gain on the play, brings up third down. Cougars make a stop here. You put the ball back in Clay-Chalkville's hands, which I'm all good with. I'm just a little surprised at what I'm seeing here. I will say this. Watch the short pass and players in space. Watch the players in space. Here we go. Yep. Ball loose. Then the Cougars have it. The ball comes loose and the Cougars have it. Didn't I tell you they were going to put a player in space to try to get the first down? Cougars manage to strip it and they get the ball back.
And great field position.
That they do. Ball is at the 44-yard line. This is one of those wow moments, and you want to see how they're going to capitalize. This is where the Cougars find out, how much fight they've got. All of that is wrapped up in this moment. Pass is completed to Osley. Osley with a solid gain of, looks like 7 yards. Make that 8. So it'll be 2nd and 2 for the Cougars. Ball is in Warrior territory at the 48-yard line. Cougars in rhythm. Oh, pass intended for Osley once again, but it's too low. That stops the clock because it's incomplete. Cougars bringing a little extra beef on the offensive line. And that's going to be a first down and much more for the Cougars. Number 21 grinds it out. And you know what? Now the Cougars are attacking the middle of the Thompson defense. Cougar fans are on their feet. We're under 4 minutes remaining in the game. And there's got to be a flag on the field, you would think. Mario Bird, the intended receiver. The Thompson defender looked like he had a piece of his jersey, but there is no call on the play.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's the first target to Bird of the game.
May have been. I mean, he was open. He had him. And McClellan's got protection. He's got time. And that pass is going to fall incomplete and bring up third down. McClellan had time, but the Thompson defense had good coverage. So here it is. Yep, 3rd and 10. He's got time. And that one's intended for Rodriguez Johnson, who had some space.
We got a flag on the play.
There is a flag on the field.
Cougars are clapping like this against the Warriors.
Well, if it's in the secondary, it likely is because the Cougars have a lot of speed. And that is the call. And that was going to be an automatic first down for the Cougars. So that's an auto, and that'll reset the downs.
First down.
Yep. Now's where it really gets interesting because you're moving the ball on the ground, and this can open up your short game and put your guys in space to move it down the field. So let's see what Clay-Chalkville comes up with. They've got some wizards in there. Look at the protection. Go as McClellan takes off and runs with it. And there's a flag on the field. And I guarantee you that's not on the quarterback.
That can't be on the quarterback. He took a hard hit there.
He did, but that is personal foul territory right there.
It looked like 96 with the hit. I can't make out the number, but I think that was Mr. Picard with the hit for Thompson.
So we'll see what it is. They're going to discuss what's going on. Now, I can tell you it was clear that McClellan was going out of bounds, so there was no doubt about that. He was going out of bounds. Personal foul. Oh, a headshot is what it's called, and that is going to cost them 15 yards. Targeting is the call. That is a huge penalty in favor of the Cougars. I tell you what, there's fans on both sides on their feet. Mbakwe, the ball carrier. Well, Mr. Edapon. The fans are on their feet. We're having trouble seeing them. Not much happening on that play. Osley, the ball carrier, once again, he's going to be stopped by Hampton. The Cougars are at the 7-yard line. McClellan looking for room. He's going to get inside the 5 to about the 3. So, it's 4th down for Clay-Chalkville. You know what's going to happen. They're going to go for it. Folks, you have to pardon us. We're adjusting mics. We're trying to adjust our visuals. We got a timeout on the field. There is a lot going on right now, and this is a huge play coming up. The Cougars needing a couple of yards just to get a fresh set of downs. They do not necessarily have to get into the end zone. Not that they wouldn't mind doing so, nor us minding that they do so. The ball is at they're showing 5-yard line, but it's actually inside the 5 at the 3. Folks, I could begin to tell you, I've seen a lot of games. I've seen a lot of games in my lifetime. But this ranks right up there with some of the most exciting that I've seen. And I've been watching this team since the school was built in 1996. So here we go.
I see some defensive linemen coming in there. I think it's that big package.
Well, Thompson's bringing their monsters. Our monsters are in there, and it looks like we're going to line it up and duke it out. So here we go. Well, it looks like, and it's turned over on down. The Thompson defense manages to slow down the Cougars enough just to stop them, short of a first. But we're not going to say it's over yet, because it was not that long ago, folks. If you remember the last team that the Cougars had backed up in their own territory, they came away with a safety. So I guarantee you that's what they got to be thinking now. Well, I guarantee you the defense are licking their chops. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And there's a flag on the field. False start against the Warriors. So half the distance to the goal is what it's going to be because of the location. This is a.
It's good goal. Our way. We can bring that pressure. You already know they're trying to come up the middle to get yards.
Well, they know they need room. And they find a little bit of oxygen. They're just short of the 5-yard line.
Gain of 3, second down.
Gain of about 4 yards on that play. Clock continues to run. Cougars have all of their timeouts. Let's see where we go from here. And they're trying to let the clock run.
Coach called timeout for the Cougars.
AJ Green, no gain.
No gain on the play. That'll bring up third down. Cougars call timeout. So we're a long ways from this one being over, folks.
I don't think there's nobody in this stadium that's sitting down.
No, they're not.
You deserve care that's designed specifically for you. At M3, you are our focus. We help you move well, live well, and do amazing things.
We're back from commercial break with 1:33 remaining in the game. The score is 17 Thompson, 14 Clay-Chalkville. We got a dandy here right now. There's no one sitting down in this stadium.
Well, you know, right now it's sitting on special teams. And one of the things I mentioned is special teams could be the key to this game. And special teams has Thompson with 3 extra points sitting up there on the board. So, you know, if the defense can get the stop here, obviously they have to get the stop and get the timeout. So they're trying to get the personnel matched up properly. And got 2 receivers to the right. 1 man in the backfield. Well, they're going to be short of a first. And Clay-Chalkville is going to take the timeout. And so the punting unit should be coming out onto the field for the Warriors. At least that's what I expect.
I think the punting unit is getting ready to come out from Thompson. I do see the kickers getting lined up.
You know, at the end of all of this, when you evaluate this game, I think the inability to get the run going early on, early mistakes.
Yeah.
And nothing that, you know, you can't overcome, but when you make mistakes that, you know, you don't have the time to fix during the contest, it's tough to get beyond it. So what you're going to have to do is kind of sit back and look at it and say, okay, what do we need to do here and what do we need to do here?
Right, exactly.
You know, McClellan has been a different.
The question that I have to ask is, when we was down there in that goal line, why didn't we kick that field goal?
Well, that's an absolutely beautiful question. Because we were close enough. And remember I said early on, I said, if he looks like he's got enough leg, that if we can get to the 13 or inside, kick it. Kick it.
Yep.
So that is going to beg a lot of questions.
I hope that right there won't be a big key. Because, like I said, we was in very close range, even though we know this is our first time seeing our kicker.
Well, I think
that last kick that extra point that he put up, I do think that he had an extra, maybe about 10, 15 more yards to go.
Right, and you kick it off and you put it in your defense's hands, which is where it is now.
All game,
So yeah, I'll be scratching my head about that one myself as to why they didn't put it through the goalpost.
Right.
And that will probably be the question of the game. That one, barring Clay-Chalkville coming out here and returning that punt straight up, that's going to be the question of the game.
Yep.
Because we've demonstrated we can do it twice.
It definitely have. Definitely have.
And Mbakwe gets a hold of it, and he's going to get inside the 35. So let's see what happens here. Now, I would hazard that if they're on a fourth down and they're on the 5-yard line and they're square up with that goalpost,
they're going to go kick that field goal.
I would hazard that they would do that.
Cougars at the Thompson 34.
Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, you kick the field goal, you kick it off to them, you still have all your timeouts, you get the 3 and out, you got the ball back. And we're still looking at the same amount of time on the clock, more or less.
Well, you know Thompson side is fired up.
Oh, no doubt. Oh, no! And McClellan throws it straight into the teeth of the defense. Well, folks, we just said it. Now you can look at McClellan and say, okay, you made a foolish play. But let's go back to that fourth down. Inside the 5.
Inside the 5.
You've kicked 2 field goals for PATs. You take the 3 and at least you're tied.
Yep.
And instead of them simply, and they may just down the ball. And then it becomes a game of overtime. But now, Thompson, they can just take a knee.
Yep.
So, and this one, I have to admit, is a little bewildering.
Timeout, Clay-Chalkville.
Short game of the middle by number 1, A.J. Green.
Cougars going to take their final timeout.
Yeah, I'll go back to what you said. I have to go back to the 4th down, man. That was the key. And they just had to go put up that 3 points. We would have been tied up, probably going into overtime.
Now look, I'll be the first to tell you, I understand playing to win. I understand, hey, let's put our players on the field and let's let them get it. But with an opponent like this, in an environment like this, you get the points, you take the momentum, and you let your defense, you kick it off and you let your defense do what they do. That moment right there is like, that one's going to stick. That's going to stick out to me.
Yep. As he takes a victory knee.
And that's pretty much going to do it. Clay-Chalkville is going to be handed their first loss of the season at the hands of the Thompson Warriors.
That breaks the winning streak for the Cougars as well.
I believe it was at 20. So, but, you know, you go back, you look at the film. You don't worry about the woulda, coulda, shouldas because the game is what it is and it's going to be done. And you go back out there and you get ready for your next opponent. And that's what it is. Thompson is coming away with the victory. 17-14. So,
like you said, we knew it was going to be a dog fight from the beginning, and that's exactly what we got. With the final score, Thompson Warriors 17, Clay-Chalkville 14. It's been a good one.
It was, and the players don't have anything to hang their heads about. They just know they got some things they got to work on. So, with all that being said, you know, we love our Cougars. We're always going to support them. We just want to tell all the fans out there, thanks for watching. And we'll be out there next week. And good night. God bless each and every one of you. And go Cougars.